What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Dom's Crypto YouTube channel, where we talk about crypto and blockchain technology. If you haven't already, make sure you click the subscribe button so you don't miss any videos coming out. Today we're talking about yet another very popular project in the space, and we're continuing the series of overviews of popular projects in the space for all you new cryptocurrency enthusiasts out there, and also the guys who are already in crypto and who are supporting those projects and want to spread awareness. Today we're talking about a project called Nano, and yet again it's a project with a very vibrant community, a community which really supports the project and believes in its future. So what we're going to do today is talk about the basics of Nano as a cryptocurrency, the benefits that it brings, the advantages, and also we're going to have a look into the future and see what the future holds for Nano. So let's start with some very basic things. Nano is a cryptocurrency that shares the same vision that any other cryptocurrency does, to replace fiat currency, yet seeks to revolutionize blockchain technology on the whole by delivering zero-fee transactions in real time without the energy consumption and work-intensive overhead characteristics of Bitcoin. Initially named Roblox, Nano was created by Colin LeMathieu, a software engineer with years of experience at companies like Dell, AMD, Qualcomm, and it was originally launched in 2015 as Roblox and then rebranded in early 2018. For those of you who are in the cryptocurrency space, you can remember that at the beginning of 2018, Roblox rebranded to Nano. And people who were trading Nano during that time have experienced a major surge. I think it was around 40% in 24 hours following the rebranding process. So that was really good for all you 2018 cryptocurrency market participants. Nano uses a direct acrylic graph, a DAG algorithm, but employs its own novel technology called block lattice architecture, which essentially meaning that every individual is assigned their own blockchain called account chain. So that is something that separates Nano from many projects out there. So now that we have the basics covered, let's talk about some benefits of Nano. First of all, let's talk about their technology. Each individual is assigned their own blockchain, as we said before. Nano is the only cryptocurrency which employs its own technology called the block lattice architecture. Each individual is assigned their own blockchain, which, as we said, separates them from many projects. It's the only project that has this. Amount of data required to be stored is much lesser than other projects. The architecture records account balances, unlike other blockchain technologies which track all transaction amounts. Every Nano transaction creates its own new block, which replaces the old one. The end result, therefore, is a new block which records the updated balance of each user. Another benefit of Nano is instant and real time, an issue commonly faced in the latency of transaction times, which stands at an average of 164 minutes in case of Bitcoin. And people who have been in the cryptocurrency space for a while will know that during the peak times of 2017, we have experienced some ridiculous transaction times for Bitcoin itself. People wanted to cash out and they had to wait for hours to transfer the Bitcoin onto things like Coinbase, and it was really unacceptable because during that time the price changes a lot. So in the case of Nano, there is no waiting for the network ledger to update. The information reflected is updated by the owner and then is updated to the bigger block lattice, resulting in lower transaction times. So this is a big issue that they're solving, and that is Bitcoin's biggest problem, I would say, at the moment: the transaction speed. Sometimes it's really unacceptable. So Nano is building on that. It wants to change that. And also, while talking about transaction speeds, it's worth mentioning that in order for mass adoption to happen, if you want many users to use this technology at once, if you want payments, Bitcoin is not yet ready for that. Maybe with Lightning Network, but we'll see. It's still in the early stages. Whereas Nano would solve that problem. Another point is the fee-free feature. Another point of concern with crypto users is the increase in transactions fee on the Bitcoin network and scalability concerns, as we said before. Nano eliminates those concerns as it is a zero transaction fee currency, as no fees to be paid to miners, and hence the exchange is free. So yet another feature which allows mass adoption to happen. Another one is the lower energy consumption. Energy consumption has been a major talking point in the crypto ecosystem because Bitcoin mining consuming more electricity than 159 countries. So that is a huge talking point in the crypto space, and also by the environmentalists around the world. It gets brought up really often these days, Bitcoin's energy consumption. So if you want to buy some Nano, the way you can do it is through many different exchanges. One of them being Binance itself, which I'll leave a link for in the description of this video. I'm sure many of you guys have Binance accounts, but if you haven't, then it's worth using that link because it will help the channel grow. So let's talk about the future. What does the future have in store for Nano? At the moment, we're sitting at $1.92 per Nano, and we've seen some nice price action in the last month. As you can see, it's nearly doubled in price in the month, and even in 24 hours it rose by just over 9%, which is really good for those of you holding Nano. As you can see by the graph itself, we were looking at the highs of $10, nearly $11 a piece, followed by a huge downfall which happened in all cryptocurrencies, in all markets really, but the all-time high was $37 for Nano. And right now we're picking things up again. As you can see from this graph, things are starting to happen slowly but surely. So $1.92, and the all-time high was $37.62. So let's say you want to invest in Nano right now. We're gonna bring up the good old calculator again. So $37, divide that by 1.92, which is the current price right now, and you get 19.2. So if you invest $5,000 right now, and if Nano decides to make a comeback and go back to its all-time highs again, you would see a 19.2 times gains. So let's do some quick maths. 5,000 times 19.2. So if you invest $5,000 and the price comes back to all-time highs, you would have $96,000. That is an amazing return, and of course I'm not a financial advisor and price might not ever come back to these times, but if it does, and if you are a believer of Nano, you'll be seeing those gains. I myself am watching Nano very closely. A couple of people I know are heavily invested in Nano and keep talking about it, which made me make this video. I personally learned a lot about Nano itself, and also I'll be taking a closer look from an investor standpoint in the next few weeks to really judge it and maybe make an investment. And if I do make an investment, I'll definitely let you know on Twitter, where you should definitely follow me. I'll leave a link in the description as well. So this is it for today. This was Nano. For those of you who are new into the cryptocurrency space, this was a little overview of what the project is about. And also for those of you who have been in the space for a while, the future looks bright, because I personally believe cryptocurrency it's at its earliest stages right now. So it's all in front of us. Nano looks like a solid project. Definitely check it out. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next one.